super nice. This is the Hotel Marquise. I think it's like a 4 or 5 star hotel. It's really nice, actually, really nice. Got this dope setting. It's like damn near 100 floors in here almost. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's a towel in the shower. I like it. This is dope. I fuck with it. I fuck with this room. I gotta stop cussing. It's dope though, you know what I'm saying? I like it a lot.
Let's see the view.
Let's see the view. You wanna give people a little nice little, come on. It ain't that hard now. Ah, this view is, it's alright. You know what I'm saying? Got a little privacy.
Got one building in front of us.
One building. The bed comfortable? Yes. You sleeping on the couch tonight. This light be busting, no cap. You feel me? All right. There's a towel on the floor. I don't know why, but side change. We get some food. We're gonna be on scooters. I'm giving y'all all access to this event. It's gonna be all right. So we about to head to get something to eat at this place called the Greatest of Plates, I think it's called. It's probably like 10 minutes away from my hotel. They got some crazy good looking food. Yeah, I'm about to eat, like, go crazy. But probably gonna scooter there. I'm gonna give y'all a tour of this hotel. It's super nice. Like, probably one of the nicest hotels I've stayed in my life so far. And yeah. So, question was, what am I most excited about with learning, right? With everything they're going to be teaching. And I honestly think it's going to be real estate. Out of the stocks, the crypto, the insurance, I'm pretty good on the stocks part in a way. I think I'm at, like, not beginner, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm at an intermediate level. I know the basics of it, how to watch it in a way. No day trading or nothing like that, but I think I'm gonna be most excited about real estate and everything, how you can make money with real estate, and also insurance, because not a lot of black people or people in general know a lot about insurance. So I think that's gonna be a dope thing to learn about. This street kind of dope. Hard Rock Cafe. We're about to have to turn left. Hella good. It's supposed to be like a main street right here. Peachtree, it is. Peachtree Street. It's a dope little street. You know what I'm saying? It's like a mini version of New York, y'all. High buildings. It's almost like Chicago, New York, all in one. If you've never been to Atlanta, it's a dope little city, low key. I'm a city boy, so I love when a city's lit. There's a lot of people and a lot of things to do. Hella conflicted, super conflicted. Show this place right here, show it. The Greatest of Plates, put y'all on right here. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful street, by the way, beautiful street. I'm conflicted. So I went on TikTok like I always do. I love to travel and find places to eat and places to go. I seen this spot. The food is crazy. I'm talking about like soul food. Like, show it. Hold on, let me show it again. Like, this is crazy, y'all. Like, this is crazy. Like, look at this. Lamb chops, everything. But now, as we walk, I've been seeing Big Days Philly cheesesteaks for like a year now. I've been wanting to travel and find them. I didn't know if it was gonna be Atlanta or Philly. We walking down the street and boom. So I think I'm gonna get both. Some banana pudding from over there, cheesesteaks from over here, and they got these egg roll salmon bites, which is crazy. So oh, that's cool. They got, damn. Is there a game on for real right now? Preseason. Oh man, this ain't bad at all. All right, guys. So last night was cool. We went to a couple spots. I'm gonna rate not Atlanta at least. I'm gonna give it like at least. I'm gonna give Atlanta like a really like an 8.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Like I love the city. Like I love it. I love how lively it is at night, during the day. It almost reminds me of Dallas, literally, and Chicago. But anyway, so this is a fit for today. You know. I feel like I look fly, I feel like I look good. Anyways, I'm headed to the convention center. It's about to start, so I gotta hurry up. And we're gonna try to get some really good content for you guys. If you haven't been able to make it, obviously. And try to learn something today. So, let's go. This is dope. This is the ring spot, the Olympics.
Yeah, so if you go to the, some good breakfast spots out here.
Oh yeah, I was trying to look for some too, 100%.
Somebody was telling me to check out a place called Fort.
It's packed out here. A lot of businessmen, a lot of business ladies, businesswomen. All coming to see these entrepreneurs, get some motivation, take it to the next level. Nobody wants to stay the same. We always want to grow, right? Want to be successful, right? Drive the nice cars, eat at the nice places, live in the nice houses, touch somebody else's life. Get my first million. I want to help somebody get theirs.
All right, guys. I think we are ready to now.
Crazy packed in here. This line is insane. This is a line right here. Waiting this long line. We did get these cool little wristbands right here. InvestFest General Mission. This line is just to get in here. This line is crazy. Crazy. I'm about to literally be in line for like the next 2 hours. Through. I don't know. I gotta look at it. He is also an entrepreneur and has entered into the world of music, showcasing his creative talents beyond the basketball court as well as building a family empire with the big baller brand. Ladies and gentlemen, Lonzo Ball! All right, y'all. Last but not least, we are going to welcome a visionary entrepreneur and multimedia mogul hailing from Akron, Ohio, partner of NBA superstar and billionaire LeBron James. Their friendship goes back
to their high school days where they both played basketball. Magic Carter took a non-traditional path to success. After initial stint in college basketball, he pivoted to the business side of sports, starting as an intern and rapidly rose through the ranks of becoming a field representative. Carter has served as LeBron James' business manager since 2006 and is the co-founder of LRMR, an agent and sports marketing company. His ingenuity and strategic planning led to high-profile deals, including planning that led to high-profile deals, LeBron's stake in Liverpool FC, and his joint ownership of the Boston Red Sox. He is also co-founder of Spring Hill Entertainment. As executive producer, he is Born to Life project.
I think God takes care of the rest.
For me, I would say business is just me giving to my best self and expanding myself and becoming the best person I can be for myself and my family. And I look at business as a way just to be free. You know, the more you can make, the more people you can provide for, and that's why I do it.
Yeah, love that, love that. Humble, you know, you are a wealth manager. You help, you manage money for a lot of well-known celebrities, athletes, and a lot of what you do is around behavioral, financial, you know, psychology. What is the blend between money and the mindset?
That's a really good question. I'm a big believer that first you form habits, and then habits form you. You know, it's so important, you know, and I think so many people have like a to-do list, right? Where they go, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that. But how many people here have to stop doing this?
A lot of people as well. What advice do you have for anybody, right? Athletes, business folks who are looking to transition and build a solid foundation, you know, if you will, in business?
Well, depending on what business you want to go into, I always break business down into two big buckets. If you think about if I think about myself, or you think about yourself as a consumer, you only buy basically from two buckets. You buy things that solve problems, which is a utility, right? You got a headache, you need some Advil, you buy Advil, Tylenol, or you buy from a bucket of I call aspirational or emotional, right? So the first thing is decide which one of those businesses you want to be into. Because everything we bought, the car you buy, right? Any car can get you from A to B. That's the utility of the car. But we all buy the car that we want to say something about ourselves, right? What I call pull-up value, which is emotional. So the reason you purchased the car you purchased is because you wanted to say something about you when you pull up. So I always tell people, you have to first decide, are you in the business of selling a utility? Well, then you have to decide, how is my utility better than everyone else's? It's a commodity. So how does it not just become cheaper? Or am I in the business of selling something aspirational? In that case, you need to connect with people emotionally, humans emotionally. And in that case, for us, it's always been about, I tell people what we try to do is really connect creativity and craftsmanship. So how do we take new ideas, innovative ideas, and put real craft and thought? When those two things come together, is when you have the best products that people fall in love with, and then you have the connection with the emotion.
No, I love that, I love that. And change that, right? How do we increase that number? How do we make it so that there is a higher percentage of us managing the money of us to make sure that we're breaking generational curses?
You know, that's an amazing question, and I think events like this is very, very important, right? Because we all come together, and we were talking backstage, Mav and I, like you can't be what you don't see, right? You cannot be what you don't see. So Mav is here, Lonzo's here, I'm here. So now we're living, breathing testaments that whatever dream you have is not only possible, you can go attain it, right? And there's gonna be obstacles, because you gotta understand we're dealing with 400, 500 years of slavery, of prejudice. People turn us against each other. You know, even the way they publish these stats, it's only 1.7 black wealth managers. Why do they even publish these stats? Is it to discourage you before you start?
I love
Is it to make it seem impossible? I fear God. That's it. That's it. So if you have something in your heart and you want to serve and do good, the dreams of your life only you can open. It's not like somebody else is gonna come take your dream. No, that door is gonna stay locked. So don't worry about the stats. Don't worry about what they tell you is possible, isn't possible. Go unlock that dream. You know, God, the same God that made the sunset, made the sun, made you too. You think he ran out of magic when he got to you?
That's 100%, 100%. I love that you said that. I literally had a conversation with somebody today. They were asking me, well, the stats say that by 2053, the black wealth is going to be zero. And I said the same thing. I said, what? That doesn't even make sense. Like, how many multi-millionaires in the building make noise? So how is that even possible? How is it even possible by 2053, right? So talk to me a little bit about, as an athlete, you know, a lot of times, you know, you have to focus on sports, but as somebody who's a business person, you also have to focus on business, right? And how do you balance the two between focusing on sports, focusing on business, but then also, you know, how do you draw that connection, right? Mav talked about, having that connection. Humble talked about people want to make sure that you care. So how do you balance those two?
Well, I can't speak for everyone, but for me, it's easy just because most of my business comes from basketball, and I know that. So for me, I know I got to take care of what I got to take care of on the court, and then off the court, I surrounded myself with a team, you know, that can help me get my goals achieved and get to the places I want to get to. So I try to keep it simple. I don't try to bombard my mind with too many things. I try to just stay focused, keep it simple, and just keep moving like this. Even if it's a slow pace, I just want to keep getting better, 1% every day, and I move like that.
And how do you deal, like, so a lot of times we have like good intentions, right? So like your intentions, and you have these visions of how your life is gonna go. The first C in craft, right, is that criticism. How do you deal with that criticism where people are saying things about you that are not necessarily true, or that's not part of your intentions? Like, how do you maneuver that, and how you block those?
Amazing people. It means we've built an amazing team at Spring Hill, the people that show up every day and bring innovation and craftsmanship to the job, and we've done it over and over and over and showed up day after day, and it's led to it being worth something, right? And that worth is not necessarily realized unless we sold it or something, or did something like that, which we have no intention on doing. So I don't even think about what it's worth. I think about what do we have to do today to deliver amazing crafted, thoughtful projects that eventually lead to it being worth something. And then as the CEO of the company, a big part of my job description, I tell people I have two big parts of my job, which is get shit done and see around the corner. So I have to every day wake up and go, okay, what shit needs to be done today? And then where's the business going in a year or 2 years? And it's literally the best CEOs in the world can always see around the corner and know, okay, we're going this way, but when we get a year from now, we need to make a turn. And sometimes I walk in the office and say that, and say it to the company, and they look at me like, what the hell are you talking about? And it's just a gut feel, and you have to have that feeling. And unfortunately, everybody's not capable of that, but that's the job of a CEO. For any of you out there running your company, a big part of your job is going, okay, what do we need to do a year from now, 3 years from now? You literally have to be thinking about that every day while getting shit done at the same time.
And I want to stay here for a second, because I think what I'm hearing, and you guys have extraordinary success, right? And what I'm hearing is there's almost like this level of not watching the scoreboard, pun intended, right? In which where it's like, all right, we know the goal is to win the game, but we're not looking, in the business sense, we're not looking at the scoreboard. We're really just focusing on what are the activities.
Now, when you think about the business you want to put out, right? When you think about the business you want to do, you got to understand that it's going to be successful depending on how many people you get to serve. You start businesses to serve people, to make a difference, to give them a product or a service to enrich their lives. Because I promise you, if you just chase money, or I want to get $1 million or $2 million or $3 million, even when you get that money, you're going to realize that the journey is the best part. You know what I mean?
Totally. I mean, I could not say it any better than that. That was very inspiring. But I was thinking when he asked the question, the same thing Humble was saying, that you first have to determine what is your scoreboard. Like, what is this? What are you playing for, right? And we all, of course, we all want to make money, and money is a relative to how good the product or the service you're putting out, but it's not the end all be all. And to Humble's point, I always say in our company, when we achieve our goals or have success, the only thing it affords you is the opportunity to have more success on a bigger platform. It's like, oh, you did that, that's great, but now can you do it on this stage? That's all it affords you. As an athlete, I mean, like, you were great at UCLA. The only thing he got for being great at UCLA was like, oh, now let's see you do it in the NBA. And then if you're great in the NBA, let's see you do it next year. It never ends. So to Humble's point, you have to determine what are you after? What is the score that you want? And the money will follow. It's really true. And I know it's hard. It was hard for me when I didn't have shit. That saying of like, just do your thing, and the money literally does follow it, and it really does. To your point about our company, I never went into it going, I want a valuation of this or that, or I didn't even think about, like, I just want to make it amazing with awesome creativity and really drive and serve our company and put out products that were amazing, and eventually got to a point like, oh, we need to raise some capital so we can do it on an even bigger level, but then the bankers come in and you have to put a valuation against it. But I never even thought about that going in.
And just to add a quick thought to that, which what you said is so perfect, Matt. It's like when you're thinking about your business and you're thinking about how you're gonna make it grow and be successful. Don't get into the mindset of thinking about competition. Looking at this person, looking at that person. Run your race. This world is so abundant. Every single person in this room can have 10 billion, and there'll still be more for everybody to have. It is so abundant. Man, we can have 2 billion humble Lukangas all managing wealth for the most amazing people around the world, and we can all be successful. So never, ever, ever have a scarcity mindset. Understand that, man, this world is so abundant, and just focus on your race, and you'll get whatever, is destined for your life.
First and foremost, I would say starting a business with a family is not for everyone. I was raised up in my family, we were very tight, so that's what we wanted to do, but it's not necessarily going to be everybody else's path. But for me, I would say there's ups and downs, and you gotta find a way to navigate, people in your family to get the best situation out of it. And that's not always the easiest conversation to have with, your mom, your dad, your brother, your cousin, your uncle, whoever. But if you all generally have, the same goal in mind, per se, and you want to get to the same places, then you're going to do, what makes the most sense as a family together. And for us, I think that was the hardest part, just getting everybody on the same page to get to one common goal. So I think, first and foremost, you got to lay a plan out. And then whatever the plan is, you got to stick to that plan. Whether it goes good or bad, you got to stick to the plan and just believe in the process.
And how do you navigate though, right? So like, let's say for instance, like how do you navigate the roles though, right? So like, let's say, dad, son, and then there's, there are different rules or there's different ways that you approach a business opposed to a personal relationship. And so sometimes those lines could potentially blur. How do you navigate that?
Well, I mean, in business, you're not, it's not going to be dad and son. We're both on the same board and we're equal. So, like I said, the common goal has to be met. However that, takes place, it has to take place that way. And like I said, it's going to be hard conversations that maybe my father won't want to hear from his son, or, vice versa, I don't want to hear from him. But either way, it's got to get worked out.
I love that. Humble, I want to talk a little bit about this world of finances, right? Where you know, we've seen athletes, we've seen entertainers, we've seen even entrepreneurs get taken advantage of, where people are, you know, trying to you know, take their money or trying to steal from them. You know, how important is it? Or I know it's important to educate your clients, but how do you help kind of safeguard against you know, them being taken advantage of? And then also for our audience out here, what are some red flags to kind of look for as you're looking for investments or looking for people to work with in the financial space?
Yeah, great question. You know, for me, when I think about our clients, and I hate that word clients, but the families we get to serve, to me, these are superheroes. Like, you got a better chance getting struck by lightning twice than being Lonzo Ball, okay? Or being Issa Rae or Charlamagne the God, or all these people that I get to represent. And the thing about all of us in this room, is we all answer one question that other races don't have to answer. What are you doing for your community? Right? So our wealth has to go from our household to our neighborhood, to our community, and eventually to the world, right? Because individual success really doesn't mean anything if it doesn't lead to collective progress, right? So I got the big responsibility to make sure that nothing happens to that impact that these superheroes can have. Because I know how many people depend on them. The people they employ, their families, their communities, right? And so how do we do that? You have to be the CEO of your empire. You have to. You have to sit and you have to know what's going on, and you have to be involved. Don't say, you know what, now I'm just gonna hoop, or I'm just gonna, no. Stay involved, right? That's one. And then two, you have to find the right people. I mean, think about it. I mean, I don't know nothing about cars. So if I go to a mechanic and he wants to rob me, well, he gonna rob me, for sure. I don't know. So, but if you go to the right person who has integrity, you know, and what I try to encourage our athletes, our entertainers, you got good people. So don't hoard them. Tell your peers that you're good people. Because too often when you see it a lot in this community, when they got somebody good, I had one client tell me, nah, I'm not going to tell nobody about you until I retire. I said, come on. That's not the mindset, you know. But as far as when you think about building your own wealth in this audience, I want you to understand one thing. Accept that it's gonna be harder than you think, and it's gonna take longer than you think. Just know it's gonna be a journey. And when you got people coming into your life with this get-rich-quick schemes, all these different things, that is not how life works. I mean.
We at the front line, next level speakers. 24 access. All these entrepreneurs, future millionaires and billionaires.
More like on the southwest side.
This is beautiful, man. I'm like a kid in a candy store right here. This is beautiful.
financial revolution, right? So financial and then revolution with 2 N's.
Yes. All right. So let's get into it. You are the CEO and founder of Financial Revolution.
have these ideas from voting parties at Howard, just delivering that I will always get the door and never get the bar. So I said, I have aspirations to have black home brand.
Alright guys, this venue, this investfest, as you can see, I'm sitting right here in front of the Georgia World Conference Center. This right here has been one of the best events I've ever been to, you know what I'm saying? Since when I made that mindset change, it was, you always hear a lot of people say invest in yourself, don't be scared or don't be so stingy to invest in yourself and buy certain things that you need or invest in your education, but I buy a certain class, I learned from a certain mentor. But this right here has been one of the best things I've ever spent my money on, and I learned so many things for just a short amount of time and still have another day to be here. I learned things from Diddy, right? An icon, a legend. I learned things from the 9 to 5 Millionaire. His speech and his talk about investing and changing your mindset in your life was just great. I learned things from Lonzo Ball. He came and talked about marketing and business off on and on court and off the court. I learned things from Maverick Carter. He's a dope guy also. And this new guy that I just learned about while he was on stage was Humble. I guess he does things with like wealth management and just like Goldman Sachs and Wells Fargo and different banks, but he does his own thing and for many people in Hollywood and celebrities and manage their money for them. But he's very wise, have a lot of knowledge. But this has been a great asset to my life, and I'm about to take over, y'all. I'm gonna take over. Like this year was like my first year really changing my mindset, learning. But next year, like from this day on, I will become a millionaire way before the next 5 years. Next year, I'm gonna try everything I can, do everything I can. Don't waste time, be productive, and take those one steps. All right, guys. Another beautiful morning. Day 3. Today is Sunday. Thank you, Jesus. And I gotta hurry up. these lines be so long, like, ain't nobody got time for it, man. It's nobody got time for it. You be in line for 2 hours and miss like 3 people talking. It's crazy. Good people too. I missed so many conversations. I'm sorry about that, y'all. But I'm headed there now. I'm gonna hop on the scooter, get over there in about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And first person I'm trying to see is Isaac Hayes. I think that's his name. He's the person that the CEO of Fanbase. It's just like Instagram, what you get paid for. So, yeah. Don't know if I got to show y'all the waterfall. Looks like a little UFO. But hopefully there's a scooter, and there is 3. So, stay tuned. I hope, and this is hella fun. I'm risking my life for y'all, just know that. I'm risking my life for y'all. Woo! Slow down. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Slow down. Food Truck Village. Seen somebody eating this food inside, and y'all, I'm happy I found it. Like, look at this. Look at this. I mean, who don't like chicken and waffles? Don't like chicken and waffles, but anyways, I'm gonna show y'all how it looks. I think I'm gonna get this strawberry cream top with about 5 pieces of chicken and a drink, maybe. But yeah. It's gonna be super good. Finally, y'all. And y'all seen how I was yesterday. There's literally nobody in here today. I feel like everybody left or they in there sitting down, which is beneficial for me. So I'm about to throw down.
If I made you money, can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah!
This is state of emergency.
That's the separation of the real and fake.
Yo, real quick, if I made you money, just put a hand in the air, yo. Just say yeah right quick.
I like in. I'm in his ear. It's flop. I don't need him. I fuck with shout out to Ian. I fuck with him too. Human intuition. Yep. What? No, now not speaking about Ian, because Ian's a very smart, intuitive brother. That's actually why Ian is Ian. He's very rare though. That's good. People are rare. That's a $2 million home in Malibu. Summer sun. I vacated summer sun. It's the winter's time. Holy hell, the colors. Just incredible time. Like Opus. One, no two, like snow.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event and the moment you have all been waiting for. And now, it's time! Fighting out of the red corner, representing he has one of the highest win percentages in the country. Fighting out of East Chicago, Indiana, USA, presenting the reigning investing champion for the culture and the greatest investor of our era. Stand up and welcome to the stage, the one, the only Ian, the master investor, Dunlap. made you money, can I get a hell yeah? If I made you money, can I get a hell yeah? I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be rich. I deserve to be wealthy. I deserve to be free. No, say it like God gonna give it to you. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be rich. I deserve to be wealthy. I deserve to be free. Love y'all, let's get to it.
Election where we have two almost 80-year-olds that the majority of Americans don't want to be president. And yet we seem to be stuck with a guy that might go to jail or a guy that feels like he's teetering on dementia. That doesn't build confidence. Both our governments, the Republican side here, the Trump administration, and the Biden side, are spending way too much money. And so, rule of thumb, broadly, our government should spend about 20 cents for every dollar that's generated in the economy. And we've been spending 24, 25, 26 cents. And when I was a kid, my mom said money doesn't grow on trees, and it doesn't. And so I think we can see the economy slow, the stock market sell off, and that will be pain.
Your mind frame, time frame of 3 months to 2 years, but Kathy, you are a long-term investor. Your VCs are around innovation for the long term. So when you see and perhaps agree with short-term concern from an economic perspective, does that mean that's a concern in asset allocation in the short term still, or are there already ripe opportunities?
Well, our, as you know, focuses exclusively on disruptive innovation. So we will be a slice of someone's equity allocation. And we're involved in a very volatile part of the equity market. I think the years 21 and record is saying that we believe that the risk, the bigger risk out there right now, especially given how tight the Fed is in terms of negative money growth on a year-over-year basis for roughly this year, all year long. We think that, along with the innovation that is evolving here dramatically and which is highly deflationary, is going to cause big surprises on the low side of inflation expectations. If that is right, I think the equity market's going to have a brilliant run in here.
For a minute, this looks quite intimidating. We're talking about explosive innovation at the same time as explosive growth in debt, at the same time as concern around political economy. When you're sat in the audience, you're like, hey, I've got 10K to allocate and I'm thinking about diving into certain investments. How do you ensure that they see a future that is of investing and not putting it in cash at this moment?
Our strategies are really simple. 2 tech, 2 index, no stress. So I'm a fan of our products. I like Apple and Microsoft dearly. I think the company that's able to crack quantum computing over the next 5 to 10 years can be very great as well. But we were talking backstage, we have to understand though that there are a couple of indicators that matter the most. The inverted yield curve, which we've been inverted for a while, but debt to GDP. Mike had an interesting talking point that I do want you to bring up. How long do you think the debt to GDP ratio can be this high? And you gave an interesting stat, once it reaches a certain number, it never comes back that low, and the country doesn't rebound. So can you tell us more about
habits in dollars, right? It allows us to run higher debt than other countries would. And it'll allow us until it doesn't. And you never know when that confidence goes, right? It's like there's this line out there where all of a sudden confidence breaks down. And we haven't hit it yet, but there are lots of indications that we might hit it. And so it makes investing more scary, right? It's a more risky investment environment. And I'm not predicting we're going to hit it next week or next month, but every single macro investor, guys that do what I do, is looking at the same thing. You know, Stan Druckenmiller, who may be the best investor of the last 30 years, he said this is the hardest investment environment he's ever seen. And so I just give caution to the fact that things could change quickly. And if they change quickly, it will be for the better.
both of you really quickly?
BlackRock is, that would be a monster boom for for at least Bitcoin. We do have pressure on the government from the courts. You know, the SEC lost a big court case against a company called Ripple, and so that might pressure the government to do something. But in all likelihood, we're going to be waiting until the next election to get regulatory clarity. And so the bull case for Bitcoin is the economy gets bad and the Federal Reserve, instead of raising interest rates, has to cut interest rates, and we get an ETF. And so it's more of a patient trade right now. Volumes are down. It's not as exciting as it was. It was a lot of fun in 2021. You go to Miami and every table at every nightclub had bottles on it bought with Bitcoin. And you know, now it's a more somber environment. But I think from a retail investor's perspective, it's time to put some of your money in Bitcoin and just sit patiently. That you can tell your mother or your father or the taxi driver, and they can understand that, right? And so what happens is the enthusiasm, the excitement for this idea gets way ahead of the reality. So if you think about the internet bubble in 1999, we were all talking about the internet was going to change the world, and then the market crashed 85%. Well, guess what? The internet changed the world. It changed the way we dated. It changed the way we elected presidents. It changed the way we shopped. It changed everything. But it took 12 years before the NASDAQ got back to where it was in 1999. And so I would tell you, we are definitely moving into an AI bubble. AI is such a powerful idea. You just get on ChatGPT.
One thing about me coming here, I've always loved black people. I've always loved my people. Y'all belong to me and I belong to y'all. Good and bad. Before I get started, just let me say I'm fine. Marjorie fine. You understand? You got to figure this out. It's the mindset that you got to get right. I don't give a damn if you're selling tomatoes. You can get rich selling tomatoes if you understand the principles of success. You can get rich cutting hair, cutting grass, telling jokes. Make a lot of money telling jokes. That teacher that used to tell me, sit down, sit your ass down in the back. You ain't gonna ever make no money after the food. Ta-da! She just didn't know. Hey, listen, y'all, I gotta be in a certain place when I introduce it. Cause you know they set off fire. This is investfest. So we bring fire. Then there are a lot of white financial seminars, never had fire. We got fire. You gonna mess around burn somebody and know we ain't got no money for no lawsuit. This is good, man. I hope y'all enjoy yourself today. And once again, man, I really, really appreciate y'all coming. Put your hands together for Robert E. Smith.
Billionaire Robert F. Robert Smith dropped a $40 million surprise
and my family is making a grant to eliminate their student loans.
Just imagine the weight lifted off your shoulders when you have a clean slate coming out of college. It's an overwhelming feeling in a good way. I'm so motivated to go change the world.
There are a lot of African Americans in the technology area that very few. Very few. I was the first thing they were on the ground in San Francisco.
The pace of change has accelerated.
Today, wealth can be solely created through the power of one's mind.
If you got the nerve, latch out for your just desserts. It's not just the work. Some of y'all here talking your job. Bring y'all back to earth. It's black back to earth.
We are enough to take care of our own. We are enough to ensure we have all the opportunities of the American dream.
For the last 20 years, especially the private equity business, returned more capital, had fewer losses, lower loss ratios than majority white firms, but yet we get less than 1.4% of the allocation of capital.
I hope that I'm able to establish and build a sustainable fabric to identify these folks and put them on a path.
As I introduce Robert F. All right, how's everybody doing? I sat with this man for 8 hours. She said, you want to know why? She said, because you're the first person who didn't ask him for some money in 20 minutes. I wanted to learn. I came to sit around this man to tell me what he knew. What could I learn? What could I take away from him that would matter and change my life? See, sometimes that's my advice to people too. When you get an opportunity to meet people like this, don't run up to them asking for money. Get knowledge. Knowledge will last a long time. And then most people not gonna give you the money no damn way. So, I mean, really, just be honest with you. So, hey man, I wanted to have a conversation with you, Robert, that would really move the dial.
Understand how to do critical thinking, how to take large problems, make them into small problems, and then solve those small problems and put them together, and develop the habits of what I call outworking everyone, and informing myself about what it is that I was interested in beyond the levels of anyone else in that environment. So yeah, I was there. Work started at 7. I was always there at 6. I was one of only 1 or 2 people there almost every weekend as an intern, which led to 4 years ultimately of
All right, guys, so I just got out of the Robert Smith and Steve Harvey panel. Like Steve Harvey, we see all the motivational speeches on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. That man is funny. Like, he's real life funny. He's a legend. He's an icon. And Robert F. Smith, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. He's the world's richest black man. And he had a lot to offer us with basically how interest works, mutual funds, you know what I'm saying, how you can go buy a house, use the equity in the house, and you put money into the house and take the equity out, go against it, buy another house, and that's how you continue to build cash flow and wealth and things of that sort. Like I've learned a lot of mental notes, so I'm gonna keep these videos, but I hope y'all really feel inspired by this, because I really do. And I'm gonna say this right now, for the next however many years, I hope to one day be a part of it, but matter of fact, one day I will be a part of it. But if y'all haven't, you know what I'm saying, invested in y'allself and y'all knowledge, I'll say do that and come to the one in 2024, because it's gonna be so powerful and so good.
Show some love to these gentlemen, please. Right, all right. So I want to start with Mr. Bridgman. So it's crazy because when we first started Earn Your Leisure, I told your story, and I want to retell it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You played in the NBA years ago, right? And you never made like maximum amount of money, a couple $100,000. But during the off seasons of your career, you worked at a Wendy's. People might have thought that it's kind of odd that an NBA player is working at Wendy's, but you were working at Wendy's to learn the business. After you were done playing, you purchased a Wendy's franchise, and you grew into the largest franchisee owner of Wendy's and Chili's in the world, I believe, right? He said yes, keep going, keep going. And amassed a fortune.
Atlanta was a blast. I had a fabulous time. I will be back. investfest 2023 was special, and hope y'all like the vlog. If y'all do, I'm gonna continue this on this journey. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, everything. Thank you.